फीडबैक सिस्टम रे आम डिस्कस करते कौन एडवांटेजेस ऑफ फीडबैक फीडबैक कहीं दिया जाए कौन कौन बेनिफिट्स व्हाट इज द फीडबैक फीडबैक इम्पोर्टेंट कौन ये सब पॉइंट आम डिस्कस करते टुडे विल अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ फीडबैक look at this slide feedback characteristics. The first one is constructive feedback. When you are giving the feedback, it should be in a positive mode. That means whenever you are telling something, suppose a person is not doing a job proper, you are giving a feedback, or a person is not writing properly, handwriting is not good, you are giving a feedback that your handwriting is not good. Instead of saying that, you can give a solution how it will be good. Suppose गोटे पिलार अक्षर भल रही तो किमिति ता अक्षरटा भल कर तार कौन राइटिंग भल ना कि कौन कम से भल करनी कि कनसेंट्रेशन करनी तो कौन कले भल हम you have to give the solution instead of giving the problem always you have to give the solution ताको प्रॉब्लम जो कौच ता सहित सॉल्यूशन कहबो that is constructive feedback. You should always think about the positive aspect of the feedback. Try to offer solution, not just identify the problem. Constructive feedback focuses on the instruction rather than the correction. So you are guiding the person that how the problem will be resolved. That is constructive feedback. Specific feedback, whenever you are telling something, you tell what exactly the problem. Be specific. Randomly, you would tell something wrong. That means you are not specific, and the person to whom you are giving the feedback is not understanding anything. You have to be very specific. What exactly the problem? What exactly you are trying to say? कौन कह कौन प्रॉब्लम अच्छी बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक. These are the different characteristics they were learning. Measurable. When you are giving a feedback, you should be able to measure. Suppose you are asking someone to improve something. So when you will improve, suppose you found that one person handwriting is not good. ताको जब कहलो तोर अक्षर भल नहीं, you are not writing properly, you are not readable, whatever you are writing. So you have given him time, 6 months, 7 months. After 6 months, you do and this thing, I will give you the solution. After 6 months, we will see if you are improving or not. So say जो 6 months तुम कौन कुछ तो टाइम दो मेजर कर 6 months पर तमे you are looking whether the writing of that person is improved or not that time. So that 6 months is measurable. You are giving a solution that you practice handwriting, all these things. So whatever you are giving, you should be able to measure, you should be able to quantify in a period of time or whatever means. Sensitive. Some person are very sensitive. Suppose you are giving a negative feedback to someone and the person will feel bad. तमें गोटे क्या गोटे खराब कथा कहले से रागी जीव बा सी खराब लगे तेणु यू हैव टू वेरी केयरफुल हाउ यू आर डीलिंग how you are telling. Avoid negative language. ତମେ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜରେ କେମିତି କହୁଛ, କେମିତି ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ଟ କରୁଛ, ସବୁ ମ୍ୟାଟର କରେ। Suppose you are giving a sensitive talk, ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାର କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କାମ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଖରାପ ଲାଗିଲା, so you are giving a feedback and you know that person is not feeling well. Whenever you are telling something, he will not feel well. So ତମେ ତାକୁ କେମିତି ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଦବ, କେମିତି ଡିଲ୍ କରିବ, ତମେ ଦେଖିବ। You have to change your language. You have to avoid certain things. Balanced. Point out strength and weakness. Suppose ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ ତମେ ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଦଉଛ, ପିଲା ସହିତ ଡିସିସନ କରୁଛ, ତମେ ତାକୁ ସବୁ ଯାକ ନେଗେଟିଭ କହିବନି କି ସବୁ ଯାକ ପଜିଟିଭ କହିବନି। You have to balance. If you have good something, if you have bad something. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଦଉଛ, you should not tell all those things negative or you should not tell all those things positive. You should balance. ତମେ କିଛିଟା ଭଲ କହିବ, କିଛିଟା ଖରାପ କହିବ। You have to tell it that approach. Point out strength and weakness. Suppose ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ ତମେ କହୁଛ, ଯାହା ତମେ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦେଲି ତମକୁ, ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ରାଇଟିଂ ଖରାପ, ତାର କିଛିଟା ଭଲ ଗୁଣ ଥାଇପାରେ। ତାର ମାନେ ସେ ଯୋଉ କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଅଫ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦଉଛି, କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଅଫ ନାରେସନ କରୁଛି, ଟାଇଟଲ ଦଉଛି, you have to appreciate that. ତାର କେତେଟା ଭଲ ଗୁଣ ଅଛି, you have to identify and tell that. And if you tell the negative things after that, then that person will not feel bad. At least you told some good thing about him. So whatever that person is good, you have to tell along with the bad thing. So that is the balance approach. Applicable, whenever you are giving a feedback, that person should apply that. You cannot tell something which is not applicable. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ପିଲାକୁ କହିପାରିବନି ଯେ ତମେ ଯା ସ୍ୱର୍ଗକୁ ପଳା, ଜହ୍ନକୁ ପଳା, which is not applicable. You can tell something which is achievable, applicable. The person is able to do that. That is applicable. Grade, ତମେ ଦେଖିଥିବ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ସବୁ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରେସିଭ ବୋର୍ଡରେ A+, A, O, A, B, C ଏମିତି ଗ୍ରେଡ୍ ଅଛି, ତାର ରେଞ୍ଜ ଅଛି। Whenever you are giving a grade, a proper definition should given to the student. What A+ means, what A means, what B means, what is the range, up to which mark they score. So you will get A+, up to what is the range of B, B+, C, C+, like that. So you have to properly define the range. So these are the different characteristics of feedback system. Whenever you are giving feedback, you have to be very constructive. You have to give the solution. You have to be very specific. You have to see whether the feedback is measurable or not. And whenever you are talking the sensitive issues, you are thinking that how you are delivering the sensitive issue. You have to give the feedback in a balanced approach. Applicability and grade you have to see. So these are the different characteristics of feedback. Then we'll understand types of feedback. There are different types. When you are giving a feedback, most of the times you appreciate a person, ସପୋଜ ତମ ଘରେ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ରୋଷେଇ କରିଛନ୍ତି ତମ ମା, ତମେ କଣ କହୁଛ? ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଦଉଛ। ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ କେମିତି ଦଉଛ? ଆପ୍ରିସିଏଟ୍ କରୁଛ, ଭଲ ହେଇଛି କି ଖରାପ ହେଇଛି, କଣ ହେଇଛି, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଏ ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍। That is one type of feedback when you appreciate. ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା ଭଲ କରିଛି କ୍ଲାସରେ, ଭଲ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ କରିଛି, ଭଲ ଏସେ ଲେଖିଛି, ଟିଚର ତାକୁ ଆପ୍ରିସିଏଟ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ୱାନ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ when you appreciate a person. Encouragement feedback, sometimes you encourage. Suppose ଗୋଟେ ପିଲା ଥାର୍ଡ କି ଫୋର୍ଥ ଅଛି, ତମେ ଜାଣିଛ ତାର ପୋଟେନ୍ସିଆଲ ଅଛି, ତାକୁ ଏନକରେଜ କଲେ ସେ ହୁଏତ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରେ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ପଢିପାରେ। ସେ ବହୁତ ବଦମାସ କରୁଛି, ଖେଳୁଛି, ବହୁତ ଟାଇମ ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛି, ତମେ ତାକୁ ଏନକରେଜ କରୁଛ, ତାକୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦଉଛ, ତୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଟାଇମ ଦେଲେ କଣ କରିପାରିବୁ, କଣ ନ କରିପାରିବୁ। That is one type of encouragement. Evaluation feedback, what I was telling sometimes before, the grade. Whenever you are getting the marks, progress report in the school, that is the evaluation report, that is evaluation feedback. Coaching, whenever you are under the guidance of a mentor, of a coach, of a teacher who is observing your activity, and every time they are giving the good feedback to you. Do that, do this, do not do this. So suppose you are going for a activity, cycle riding or swimming or running. So you have a coach there. So that person is giving you the feedback. Do this, do that. Suppose any sports or a teacher who is calling you and guiding you, whatever time you are spending is not good. You have to spend more time, you are wasting time. So something, if you are good, getting coached by a person, that is coaching feedback. These are different types of feedback. Forward feedback. Forward feedback, I will give you one example. When the accident, when something, the error, when the problem happens before that, suppose you are going by a scooter. You are going in a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So you feel very slow. So you are increasing the speed, 50 kilometers per hour. Then 60 kilometers per hour. 60 kilometers per hour, you are thinking that scooter is good. So you are thrilled about the speed. You are again increasing the 70 kilometers per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. So what will happen? You will get the vibration. So suddenly you will lose the control. Something happens in between. If someone comes in the road, so you will put the sudden brake. तब पड़ीगला, तम आंठगंडी भांगीगला, किसी गोटे एक्सीडेंट हम. Then you realize the scooter रे 80 किलोमीटर जीवाटा ठीक नुहे. That is one situation. The other situation is when you are in 60 kilometers per hour, तापर तमे बढ़ेला 70 किलोमीटर, तुमको लागिला जे किसी गोटे प्रोब्लेम हेई पारे. You are sense of that, you are sensing, you are तुमको गोटे अनुमान कराउछि जे तमे किछि आउ टिके बढ़िले प्रोब्लेम हेई पारे. तमे हेडु कोन कला 70 रु आउ बढ़ेलानी, स्पीड कमे देला. You drive only in 60 kilometers per hour, so that you will avoid the accident, you will avoid the problem, you will avoid the things. So that is forward feedback. Someone told that in this vehicle you should not go beyond 60. You will lose the control, you will lose everything. Scooter is not in your hand, the things will go bad. So when you are high speed in the scooter, so what will happen? With that feedback, you are controlling the entire system. So you are not going beyond 60. So you are avoiding the accident, you are avoiding the error, you are avoiding the happening. But if you don't follow the feedback, so you will increase the speed. So what will happen? The problem will occur. So the forward feedback is when you are anticipating the problem and taking the precaution, when you are controlling the situation. So that is forward feedback. Forward feedback is the opposite of feedback. Instead, providing regular feedback, you would replace the positive or negative feedback with future oriented solution. You are understanding the problem by your experience. You are anticipating that something is going to happen. You are controlling the situation, and you are observing that that is forward feedback. So these are different types of feedback given in different situations. Most of the times you appreciate, you encourage, you evaluate, you coach. If the feedback is through coaching system, through mentoring system, then it is a coaching feedback. Appreciation feedback is if you are giving the feedback in a appreciation board, you are appreciating a person or the work, that is appreciation feedback. Encouragement feedback, you are encouraging a person. Encouragement feedback is a great if a teammate that needs little more encouragement. So sometimes you see a person needs little more encouragement to achieve something, and you do that. Suppose you see the person is not able to score a pass mark in the class, but he has potential, he is wasting lot of time. So you are encouraging, you are giving some example. If you do this, you will definitely score the pass mark. So that type of encouragement given to the person, and that person is understanding your feedback and implementing that, and you are seeing the result. So that type of feedback is called encouragement feedback. Evaluation feedback that I was telling, that whenever getting the score, it's a periodical, it's a formal feedback. When you are evaluating or giving the valuation, giving the mark to the team member, to the class student, so that type of formal feedback is called evaluation feedback. Coaching feedback, forward feedback, types of feedback. These are more or less same. What I was telling, the evaluation feedback is the formal feedback. So informal feedback and formal feedback, you understood. Informal feedback is whenever you are giving the feedback in an informal way. Suppose your team is working, you are going and giving the feedback then and there. You are seeing a person is working great and you don't wait for anything. You are giving the feedback there itself. You are appreciating the person. So that is called informal feedback. Formal feedback is given in written or in a periodical cycle, suppose like a progress report or in a mark sheet or a performance evaluation. That is formal feedback. When you are formally conducting the discussion with the team members, that is called formal feedback. Critical feedback, formative feedback, summative feedback. Critical feedback means some refer to the critical feedback desirable or not favorable since it usually means the providing the negative feedback. Critical feedback is whenever you are talking to the person in a negative way. Suppose you have to give some negative feedback or some critical discussion, something very negative or something not good for the person, that is called critical person. Formative feedback, the goal of formative assessment is you have seen this assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment in the school. The goal of formative assessment is to monitor student learning, to provide ongoing, providing negative feedback can be used instructor to improve their teaching and by student to improve their learning. The goal of formative assessment is to monitor students' learning, to provide ongoing feedback. This is kind of class test or regular test or on a daily basis, on a regular basis, whenever you are giving the feedback, that is called formative feedback. Summative feedback is a consolidated feedback for a period of time, for 1 month, for 6 months, for 3 months. The goal of summative assessment is to evaluate students' learning at the end of an instruction unit. That means whenever the feedback system is completing, that means the cycle. It may be 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. So when you are giving a consolidated feedback for that period, that is summative feedback. Formative feedback and summative. These are different types of feedback. We have one more class, span of control. We'll take on Monday. With that class, maybe your syllabus will over. Today's class only feedback. You will study that and let me know if you have any question. So we'll take one more class to complete the syllabus. Tomorrow we'll not have any class. So Monday we'll close this by taking one more class. Then we have second paper is remaining. So we'll continue that. Today we'll not talk more on that. The next class will be on span of control. Thank you.